Okay, we are recording.
Okay.
Ready?
We are
Yep.
ready.
Is there any members of the public?
There's no members of the public today.
Okay, so we can go forward with the meeting then, right?
Yes.
And the first item of the meeting is the minutes. Any issues with the minutes?
No, I reviewed them and they seemed in order to me, so I vote yes to approve.
Okay, terrific. So the minutes are approved. And what do we have next?
Review of June 21 claims.
Yes, review of the claims. Any issues with the claims?
I don't have any issues. I did have one or two questions just because I kind of tend to not have the best recall anymore. Let's see. Oh, it was on the 19,000 for the office supplies. What exactly was that again? You've told me, Jim, but I forgot.
Teresa,
The 19,000 for what? I didn't quite hear you.
office supplies.
Oh,
Yeah.
That is capital asset purchases that we have in the budget, and what it is for is we're redoing a lot of the technology in the conference room. We're getting two new screens, big screens on the front and back. We're getting new office chairs, and we're looking into getting new carpeting. As you know, this carpeting is stained and it's terrible. But mainly that 19,000 is for IT upgrades for the conference room.
Okay.
Now, wait a minute. No, but Teresa, it's the laptops for the board when we go back to open meetings again. And then the TVs.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what's on that invoice because it's big.
Hang on, guys. I can't hear anybody, so I need to turn up the volume just a minute. I'm having a problem with an ear. Is that it? Did somebody say something? Hello?
Yes, it was, isn't this the one, the 19,000 was the laptops for each board member?
Yeah,
And
that's
staff?
included. Those are the monitors.
We can record the meetings.
Yes.
And then we're throwing that one old TV on the wall away. And then we're getting two new ones, one on each side that are bigger. So I believe, wasn't that the invoice, which was a collection of all that, including installing it?
Yes, all the tablets,
Wiring it.
directors, for the people who sit up on the dais, everybody will now, instead of having a paper to go through, they will have a tablet that will have the board packet on it. And then, like you said, the two new monitors, that includes all the installation and wiring and everything. So it's a whole big bundle of stuff, but it's all capital asset stuff.
Right.
So we're going to have to keep zooming. So even if you're present, you'll have a screen in front of you now.
Right.
And that way you can, it'll all be videotaped, the meeting through those.
Do you remember or do you recall that we also talked about, I'm not sure exactly who and when and where, but we also talked about that we could very likely end up having a mixed meeting format where some board members, whether it's on our committees or in the monthly board meeting, that they could call in just as easily as they could be there. And instead of, and I don't exactly know what the format would be, but you see it all the time in these big meetings. Instead of somebody being there, there'll be a screen and you'll be on that screen. And we were talking about doing that because I get this sinking feeling that while it's been a great summer and we've had a lovely dip in COVID infection rates, right? It's looking like it's going to go back up with some people that are going to be the breakthroughs and some people that just didn't get both shots or whatever the case may be. But we're looking like we're going to be able, or we're going to have to continue our Zoom meetings, and it could be a mixture of both. I can see.
This item on, the warrants, 19,000, that makes all of this possible.
Okay, great.
If you look at mixed meetings, which I think we've all seen, like at least on TV.
Yes,
people
exactly.
in and some people out, you'll notice that all the key players have a screen in front of them, even though they're physically there. So
Okay,
that enables you to read the agenda over on one side, but also your face. You can see people's faces who are on the screen through Zoom. And you can also, in the background, hear people who call in. Well, you'll be able to
Great.
do all three of those, but the people who are present still have to have a screen in front of them.
Right.
So it records their face and their speaking. So when you come to your next live meeting, there will be a small laptop. They're more like tablets in front of every place. You can bring your paper if you want, but
Yeah.
You'll be able to view the agenda on the screen as well as see all the faces of people participating inside and outside.
fantastic.
So that's what this big $19,000 purchase was.
Right, I just
All this
looked,
stuff.
I knew we had talked about it, but I was getting fuzzy on what we were
It's
getting.
been a while. Yeah,
Yeah.
we kind of drug our feet on this, but.
That's quite fine. Was there anything that, Robert, that you noted when you were just kind of looking through it? Because, we always have somebody that is going to be stirring the pot. I know there's a couple of Wildan, but I think just be ready to answer questions.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really notice anything other than what you mentioned, and I think everything else is pretty much,
Right,
you have the FEMA environmental, that's Wildan, and general engineering, Buena Vista, FEMA.
Yeah.
And that's Wildan, so you have those things, but that's about it.
yeah. And then everything else that I could tell, that just looks like pretty much same old, even if some of the same old are, like Capitol Lease building is like a gulp when it comes in, but that's what it is.
Right.
And the emergency repair has to be done. So I didn't really see anything else. The retirement for 11,000, is that the extra money you have to keep paying into CalPERS because they're running behind on the coverage ratio, whatever it's called?
Well, if you don't mind, that's a great segue that what I wanted to just bring up. That
Okay.
is our normal payroll contribution as well as our monthly UAL, the unfunded
Right.
liability payment.
Okay,
Right. It's
Total.
both.
With that
it's
being
both.
said, we had discussed last month or the month before that we thought it was a good idea to go ahead and pay off this New Year's UAL payment as a lump sum. And so that is coming due. I need to pay it really by the end of the week. It's
Okay.
a total of $99,000. And by paying it this way, it's not only going to save me from processing 24 different payments to PERS because you have PEPRA and Classic that are both carrying UALs now, but it's also, we get a $4,000 discount for paying it in a lump sum. So it's
That's great.
going to help a little bit of my time and save a little bit of money as well. So we were planning on doing that if that's agreeable to you both.
Right.
Yep.
Since we're only getting 0.5% on our savings,
Right,
a 4%, which is about what this
yes,
is,
exactly.
savings is really very good. So I think we should go ahead and do that.
Yeah. Like 3,500, and you can't get that anywhere safe these days. So I totally agree with that.
Okay, great. We'll do it.
All right.
Tell
So
us
is
about FEMA.
Robert, is that something that you're then going to recommend to the board because they need to vote on it tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it doesn't take a board action. We could have put it on the regular agenda.
Okay. All right.
But but it's more of an administrative action. I think you could just say that the committee agreed with staff that we should do this, and staff
Okay.
should do it the
All
next
right.
week.
Sounds good. And we do.
Okay, tell us about FEMA. How much money have we received?
Just in this latest round, still we're at about 450,000. We were getting regular checks, so I called. I hadn't gotten any for a couple weeks, so I talked to my contact, and she said they will be starting up again probably in the next week to 10 days. What happens is the county, everybody closes their books. And so they're in the middle of their fiscal close, so they shut down. They don't issue any checks at the end of the year. So we're in that period right now. So she apologized, but it's just the way it is, and they'll start back up. So
This
I
is
expect to be getting them.
state of California, correct?
Yeah.
You said county.
Oh,
Yeah,
did
you-
I? Sorry.
Okay. Fair enough. It's too bad, but take it
So-
with.
So right now, we've received a total of altogether $850,000, all total.
Right.
I'm expecting another at least 500,000-600,000 to come in the next month. So we'll see.
Oh.
Great.
Get posted.
Well, that's when we're gonna do the dance, right? The little jubilation.
Yeah.
I think so.
We'll have a party.
Yeah. All
Okay,
right.
tell us about the sheriff assessments.
So right now I'm starting to reconcile all of our assessments that need to be submitted to, this is where I was thinking county assessor's office by August 10th to put all our fees on the tax rolls. So I'm just going through and reconciling all the APNs that kick out for various reasons. Either they're most of them are like fish and game, they're exempt parcels that we got to bill in-house, or they're parcel splits, and you have to reconcile all those and go through the whole process. It's going fine. It's kind of a normal thing, nothing out of the ordinary. So that's what we're doing right now. So that's all on that.
Can I
How about
ask a
the-
question?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, my quick question was, when you said when you're having a parcel split and you have to do the APNs, does the sheriff tax go by acres or does it go by the amount of parcels? So when you did an APNs, but that should generate too if it's by parcel, right?
Yes, but the fees are based on acreage. So
Dang it.
yeah.
That's bad news, because if you have twice as many people on the same amount of acreage, and you can see where this all lands us, and we're having fewer resources,
Yeah.
less money, funds for
Yeah.
this.
No,
This is not good. All right,
It's really bad news when you have 20 acres.
right.
Like
Yeah,
me.
yeah, it is. 'Cause,
We had
you
this
know,
discussion about 4 or 5 years ago when I was first on the board.
Yeah.
And there was a discussion about getting this changed to parcels.
right,
But and that was at the time we were thinking about trying to raise
the sheriff's tax.
the whole rate, actually.
Yeah.
The sheriff tax thing came in later with people from the community. And nobody on the board at that time thought it would pass. If we
Well, that's
tried.
because I tried it before you came on the board in
Yes.
2006, 7, 8, I'm not sure, which the board tried to pass an increase in taxation overall,
Right.
and that went over like a lead potato.
I
Right.
hear about that. It was called the pitchfork meeting. People are
Yeah.
were with pitchforks saying, no, no, no. Then we had the election we tried, which failed miserably. So
Yep, here we are.
Okay, very good. So the fiscal audit.
it seems like we just got through with this, but here we go. We're starting fiscal audit, and they're already hot to come out here and make their field visits. So we're working on that. So it never stops. So we're in the just beginning processes of working on the audit. So
Great.
that's all that, just normal stuff.
Now, is this the last year for that accounting firm, or where are we?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
next year we have to put it out for bid again.
We're gonna do an RFP and
Right.
we've already got like 6 or 7 places that we've been sending us information. So definitely, yeah, next year we're gonna
Okay.
do it.
Okay.
All right.
AIF is at 0.33%, 0.33%.
Mhm.
So it's not even a 0.5%.
I thought it said 0.24 when I was reading through your,
And then there's a quarterly rate. So
Yeah,
the quarterly rate is higher than the daily rate. The
Right.
daily
Sure.
rate is really, really low. So
yeah. Yeah, daily
anyway,
rate 22, you're right, and last apportionment is 33. What did I read at 24? I don't know. Maybe I didn't.
yeah, well, 0.02 doesn't really make a difference.
No, I think what we're doing is trying to make what makes the most sense of where we can get the most return for our buck, and that's
Right.
sometimes it early and avoiding the fees.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the meeting. Anything else that we need to discuss as part of the finance committee?
I can't think of anything unless Mr. Jim has something.
No, there is a need for a legislative committee, and Teresa, is it possible for you to complete this meeting?
Yes,
on the-
absolutely. What I'm gonna do, Jim, is I'm gonna turn the meeting over, making you the host. And
Okay.
then I'm going to stop the recording and then turn you over to be the host, and we'll be done. So that'll just take me 1 second.
Okay, and we just
Okay,
stay
so-
on.
Yeah, just stay
Yes,
on.
but this concludes the finance committee meeting.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
Bye, Teresa.
Hang on.
I'm just gonna run and just get paper.
Oh, it says. I turned it over to Jim. Well, I already. Is the recording? Just hang on 1 second, guys.
I saw a note that said Jim is the host.
Yes.
Oh, I still don't have anything to write with. I got equipment to write on, but not with.
All right, we're leaving. Bye-bye.
Bye. I'll be right there. Just looking for a pen. Okay, I'm here.
Just a moment here. I don't think Teresa signed out. Just a minute,
She's
I'm gonna phone.
into audio. Yeah, well, that's, remember she was on CSD and then there was a Teresa's night. Now there's 3. There you go.
Oh, good, okay. Make sure it's not recording. It says it is recording.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Pause recording. Stop recording. Do you want to stop cloud recording?